If this is your first time to the channel, please do so. Make sure that you're subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you don't miss another video like this one coming your way. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help our channel grow. Please feel free to leave a comment. We do get back to all of our comments. This video is not intended for children and is for ages 17 and up. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of MOE'S Tour. Come from Myram to yours, and today we got some Neca action for you folks. Here is Neca's Freddy Krueger. This is a bigger scale figure, so it's the one that got the real clothes, and you got the chest thing from part 3 Dream Warriors where he rips it open, and you can see all the kids screaming. If you are a fan of Freddy Krueger, you know exactly what scene and what movie this is. The exact face that he did was the same one right there when he was over there, like, yeah. But yes, Neca has released this figure, and this figure is very nice because I have a lot of other ones that are very similar with the real clothing that I have not opened. So this is one of the ones that I've been planning on opening and have had it for a little while. But hey, if you're a Freddy fan, you can never get enough Freddy, right? We're fans of the guy here, so the whole Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is what we enjoy watching. So yeah, here is Freddy Krueger with real clothing. You can see how he looks behind his window of pain as he's locked in his plastic prison, as Freddy has finally made it here to MOE'S toy room. So let me grab this thing. I had to use something because, as you could tell, it will just fall over the way that the bubble is offset. So let me see if I can get him to look like right there. So you can see the back of that. Brings that little card inside. So I had to do it like this, folks. Sorry, because this thing just is not, maybe if I lean it up, yeah, it's still gonna fall over. So yeah, that bubble's just like in the way. So but anyway, there you go, folks. And then here is the front, and it locks in good there on the front right there. Yeah, you can see, I mean, he looks like he's up to no good. So this is gonna be a fun review, folks. So let's get down to business and crack this bad boy open. All right, folks, first off, tail of the tape. How tall is our Freddy? Yes, he's going to be bigger than a lot of the boxed versions of him. He is checking in at about 7 3/4 inches. And he's looking probably about 19 3/4 centimeters. So what I mean is he's going to be a little bit bigger. I'll show you in just a minute, and I'll do you some size comparisons for that way you can check it out. These figures are made a little bit different than the actual Ultimates that Neca does. So even though it's a Neca product, he's going to bring his hat. There you have it there. He stands very well on his own, and the only other piece that he brings is this, and it will mount onto his chest. The souls of the children. There you go. And it will just mount onto his chest. And it will mount just like this. So it'll go on. And then there you go. It's supposed to be where he symbolizes. He rips his shirt open. And Freddy shows the souls of the children. You can see amongst the teeth, the eyes, everything that they put in on that. That just looks gorgeous. That's a good piece. I would have liked to have seen maybe an alternate shirt that would be more ripped up to where when he rips it, you could put that shirt on and maybe put this on his actual torso. But I mean, it's a good thought. It's something different. So Neca's always on the edge about doing things. So, yes, there are a lot of other versions of him in clothing that Neca has released. They have released the tuxedo. They released the where he's like a chef, and they released another version of him, I believe, like that. I do own those. I haven't opened them yet. They're still put away. I'm barely getting some of his display going now. But yeah, anyway, here's what I mean. You see here, there's one of the ultimate ones. See how the difference? That's one of the ones that's in the box. That comes in the box. He's a lot smaller. So, and then here is one of the ones, the demon version of Freddy. This would be the one from Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Yeah, this would be the Freddy 2. This would also be the one that would jump out of the lake against Jason. When he was fighting Jason and they decided to do a throwback and they showed him jump out of the lake and he looked different. He had pointed ears and everything else. You could see if I take the hat off, he is different looking. So he's very evil. That's the way that he was originally planned out, I guess, from Wes Craven. But this is the Freddy that we have known and grown to love because he's funny, but yet scary at the same time, very tricky and manipulative. That's pretty much that. And then I also wanted to throw in, so let me leave him here so you can see scale-wise. So I want to show my little young friend Chucky some love. So if you want to see scale-wise, there you go. You could see, throw a little Chucky in there. I know some of you like to mix and match your collections. Want to see how your display is going to look amongst other different ones. I tend to collect by character, so I buy what I can, everything I can on characters that I absolutely love. Freddy tends to be one of them. So, all right, folks. So there you go. Yeah, let's take a look at this. I'm going to take his hat off and let me give you a good view of his face, how he looks. He's really going to lack the articulation that a lot of the Ultimates are going to have. You can see the glove right there. Look at that. That looks very nice. I do own the replica metal glove of this one, and it is amazing. Neca also makes that as well. So, yeah. Get him to stand up. Look at the hole in his ear. There's a lot of detail on this. Even all the way all over the top of his head. His hands. Look at his hands. How his hands look. Down to his boots. Yes, they did a really, and look at the deranged face. And then you have the weathered hat. They could have weathered it up a little bit more, but I mean, and it's a soft molded plastic, so yeah, that's pretty much about what it is right there. All right, folks, so it is review time. I'm going to review our Freddy without his hat, so that way you can see what he got. These guys move pretty good, and they'll move almost as good as a Mezco 112 on this scale of figure for some reason. But, yeah, there he is. He's standing up right there. All right, but they will move very good. And head does go down. Don't know if his neck is, yeah, he has a, I don't know if his neck bends. No, his neck is one piece. So be careful. It's on there. So he does move his head down, barely moves it up. Hits that Michael Myers. Oh yeah, that works. That just works. Not too much that side, but this side. Oh, Jesus, that looks crazy. All right, and you can get his head to spin around. It is on a ball joint. Arms will go up and around. They do hit 90 very well. So there you go. Yeah, his legs are, there you go. He will hit 90. Can you imagine with them arm extenders from part one, how freaking crazy this thing would look? Yeah, it looks freaking nuts. He does have a bicep swivel, and he is on a single elbow joint right here at the elbow, but yet he has swivel also at that joint. So yeah, and then his hand is on a hinge, So you can see that. And the crazy part is like they gave him like regular arms underneath. So, and then when you look underneath his shirt here, he has regular chest and regular abs looking like Bruce Lee. But then yet, right here, it just stops. You see that? Just stops, and then the burn starts there. And then they molded it in there. And then the same with this arm. Trying to hold him because his feet, one of his feet is a little bit looser. Whew, man, my shoulders were starting to ache like that. Okay, so obviously he has the swivel, hits 90. Same exact thing. This one would be good because he could be waving the glove around like, right? Very nice. And then the joint. The glove work is very amazing. I love that. And the reason I tend to not mess with these guys too much and tend to leave a lot of them in the package that I own is because on the McFarlane version one that I got, these broke off very quickly. And I didn't want that to happen to any more of my Freddys that I would collect over time. So I had to go back and rebuy another McFarlane one just for that way I could have one. I just left that one in the package. But the other one that the fingers broke off, I just put in the display. All right, so his hips don't lie. He has the Elvis hips. He will run. You can get your Freddy to run. You don't really see him run too much after part one. So, well, actually in part two, he will run a little bit in the scene where he invades the pool. But it's rare to see him run. And when he would run like in angles. Like really, and he would do like deranged poses. And he stopped doing that, I believe, after part two. So let me know in the comments if you notice that he does. So single joint in the knees. So yes, it looks like you could get his knees to rotate. You could see that. So, and then let's see here. He has a single joint you can see on the boot area right there. So it's only going to go up and down, and it's not going to have no tilt rocker on that one for our Freddy. So let's pop on his hat right there. What do you guys think? This one, I picked it up out of the second installment of Bloody Disgusting, that event that they did at Walmart. Now I believe they are under their third installment, which has the new Leatherface that I just loaded that video within a day or two ago from this one. But you could go down to my library and check that out. But this one is from the Bloody Disgusting Part 2. So you will know because he will bring a cool looking backer card that will look like that. So, and this is pretty cool due to the fact that if you leave this mint like this, and if you could catch up to Robert Englund and have him sign it right here, that would work. You know, get him on a really nice colored marker, and it would work. It would work anywhere on this side. So, just saying, not so much the back, but the front, yeah, definitely can use a signature there. And you could put your Freddy. So let's see here. Let's go like this. You go like this. And could you imagine a signature on that? Could you imagine a signature to the right? And just pose that thing in your glass case all by itself and you're set. Like, if you could get a glove maybe behind it, a replica glove, you know, one of the metal ones, yeah, you're set. I mean, that would be all you would need for your Freddy collection. If you didn't want to dip too much into it and drop a whole lot of cash into it, that would probably be the way to go if you're just starting out with your Freddy collection. All right, folks, so please like, comment, subscribe, and from Moe's Tour to yours, everyone, good night.